MBRX currently at 97 cents right now, coming down to that support, tapping that support that you guys did back here. Look at what happened off of that support. You guys came down to that 95 cents and had a rally about 2 weeks later, all the way up to $1.51. Not a huge rally, but 50% up. Would have been a nice gain either way coming off of that. 95 cents up to $1.20 within the next day or two. You guys went up a little bit higher about a week later, hitting that high of $1.29, and then trended back down close to it. Didn't get quite down, but 95 cents tapping again. The chart is really winding up here, fairly tight in my personal opinion. Definitely watch this one. Really going to need that volume to pick up, but if you guys break $1.11, this thing is going to start rocking and rolling, in my opinion, because that is right there. I mean, you're really becoming between those 2 points, 95 cents for that support and that big resistance at $1.11. You break that $1.11, you're going up high. You break that 95, you guys are going to keep dropping. So right there is going to be a pivotal point between the 95 and $1.11. Really depends on how the next few days play out, in my opinion.
All right, so these guys had a press release on April 3rd, 2017. It was Moleculin Biotech Incorporated reports financial results for the fourth quarter and year ended December 31st, 2016. So Moleculin Biotech Incorporated, or the company, a preclinical pharmaceutical company focused on the development of anti-cancer drug candidates, some of which are based on license agreements with the University of Texas on behalf of the MD Anderson Cancer Center, MD Anderson. Today announced its financial and operating results for the fourth quarter and year ended December 31st, 2016. So the 2016 accomplishments and recent highlights. So they received orphan drug designation for Animalicin by the U.S. Drug Administration, the FDA, for the treatment of acute myeloid leukemia. The FDA grants orphan drug designations to drugs and biologics that are intended for the treatment of rare diseases that affect fewer than 200,000 people. In the U.S. orphan drug status is intended to facilitate drug development for rare diseases, to provide several benefits to the drug developers, including tax credits for qualified clinical trial costs, exemptions from certain FDA applications, fees, and 7 years of the market exclusivity upon regulatory product approval. So let's see. Recently, the company filed its investigative new drug application with a phase 1/2 approach with the intent of increasing the maximum tolerable dose for Animalicin. I'm guessing that's how I'm saying it right. All right, so in subsequent discussions, the FDA requested certain revisions of the protocol, additional information. All right, so I'm going to skip over to this thing. So they announced the closing of an underwriting public offering of securities for net proceeds of approximately $4.4 million with Roth Capital Partners and National Securities Corporation acted as the joint booking running managers. Subsequently, approximately $0.08 million, so $800,000 of additional funds have been received through the exercise of associated warrants to the transaction, bringing the total net raised in excess of $5 million. So they announced that Drs. Sandra Silburn and Paul Wayback have joined the company's scientific board. There's definitely a lot of different things on here. All right, let's see. Yeah, for me to sit there and keep reading this, I'll just go right over to the financials. All right, so research and development expense was $1,495,561 and $260,418 for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2016. And for the period from July 28th, 2015, which is their exception, to December 31st, 2015, respectively, the increase of approximately $1,235,000 mainly represents an increase of approximately $253,000 related to an increase in research and development headcount and associated payroll costs. So $111,000 for sponsored research and related expenses, approximately $660,000 associated with development and testing drug products as we prepare for clinical trials, and $245,000 related to travel, consultants, and other research costs associated with preparing our IND and orphan drug applications with the FDA. These increases were offset by approximately $34,000 in reduction in patent, prosecution, and other expenses. So then it goes into the thing. Let's see. Their general expenses. They tell you the general expenses and everything else. So the general expenses was $2,381,424 and $477,810 for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2016, and for the period of July 28th, 2015, from their inception. The expenses was $1,904,000, was mainly attributed to the increase in headcount, and it's basically the same thing. All right, so let's see. We use as consultant. All right, so the net loss for the 12 months ended December 31st, 2016 was $3,926,361, which included non-cash expenses of approximately $450,000, which included $6,000 for depreciation and $324,000 for stock-based compensation and other stock-based expenses, and a one-time expense of roughly $120,000 related to the severance of a former chief financial officer. The loss for this period is a significant increase from the loss for the period of July 28, 2015, their inception, to December 31st, 2015 of $748,360, as we had at that time just begun operations. So let's see. All right, this I probably should read too, Dave. I know it's, All right, so as of December 31st, we had $5,007,216 in cash. So during the period from January 1st, 2016 through May 2nd, 2016, we sold 234,297 shares of common stock for $702,894. On May 31st, 2016, we completed our initial public offering, pursuant to which we sold 1,540,026 shares of common stock at $6 per share for net proceeds of $8,464,183 after deducting underwriting discounts and blah blah blah. So I mean, there's a lot of different things to take in. I'm just trying to. All right, so net cash used in operating activities was $3,764,905 for the 12 months ended, compared to the 423,509. I mean, the whole thing what's difficult about this right here is that their inception was in 2015. You know what I mean? July 2015. So for me to sit there and go to the comparatives and everything else, it's, you don't really have much to go on. I mean, the net cash provided by financing activities was $8,865,138 for the 12 months ended December 31st, compared to the prior period of $451,600. So $451. We received $8,464,183 net proceeds from our IPO stock issuance, $705,894 from the issuance of common stock at $3 per share, and $165,000 for the issuance of convertible notes. So that's that. I mean, realistically, it's a startup in a sense, but they have a lot of things going on. So I mean, time will tell. So if you want to continue, this is something like, for me to sit there and do due diligence on this, I would have to sit here for a few hours and like literally dissect things. And for me to do this for the 4 or 5 minutes is tough. So if you want to continue doing your due diligence, just go to that MBRX board on Investors Hangout. From there, you will see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy rating. And once you get some more of a mindset of what's going on, feel free to share it with the message board over there with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have using the site daily.
All right, MBRX, 97 cents. Watch needs more buying interest for some moves. Just my opinion. I mean, just not necessarily even buying interest, just more volume. I do like the way that this thing has been holding steady. I've said that right here. And like Joe said, there's just a lot of stuff to go through. So watch needs more buying interest for some moves. A break of $1.11 would turn this bullish. Support at 92, must hold, otherwise could fall apart, in my opinion. And I think that's supposed to be 95. Let me go ahead and correct it. I apologize, but yes, 95 is going to be a must hold. That is that bottom support line that we've seen down here. Actually hit a low at 94 as well. So 94, 95 looks like low. Gonna be there. Yeah, so yeah, okay, it was 95, not 94. I apologize. So yes, 95 is going to be a must hold. If you get a close below 95, it could start falling apart. But like I said, you're just at a pivotal point right now. It can go either way. And I mean, there's so many things that go into perspective here that it could go either way. But definitely keep an eye on this one because, again, if you guys break that $1.11, it could be yeehaw time. It really could be. You guys could really, especially at $1.30, you guys could really blow up from there. But like I said, either way, MBRX, if you follow this one, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. If you have a hot stock you'd like to share with us as well, let us know over at investorshangout.com/live.